The Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's year-long war on the rebels in the northern Tigray region has threatened to pull the entire country into a never-ending civil war. China has now become one of the few actors in this ongoing crisis to openly back Abiy Ahmed's government in their fight against the Tigray forces. During his latest state visit to the war-torn country, the Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi pledged support, saying that Ethiopia is capable of handling the Tigray conflict. Speaking at a joint press briefing with the Ethiopian Deputy Prime Minister, Wang Yi stressed on the growing comradeship between the two countries and China's desire to further strengthen the ties.
ግንኙነቱን ከነበረው በተሻለ ለማጠናከር ቻይና ፍላጎት አላት። ኢትዮጵያ አሁን ያለችበትን ሁኔታንም በደንብ እንረዳለን። ይህን ችግር ለመፍታትና ለማስተካከል ኢትዮጵያ ታሪኩም ጥበቡም ብቃቱም አላት። እኛም ችግሩ በዚህ መልኩ እንዲፈታ ነው የምንፈልገው።
A press statement issued following the meeting with the Ethiopian official says that China is closely following the situation in Ethiopia and opposes attempts by global powers to impose their political interests in the country's internal affairs. Remember, the Western countries, including the United States, have sanctioned several entities in Ethiopia over the ongoing crisis there. The visit by the Chinese foreign minister comes as relations between Ethiopia and the US hit a new low. On the 5th of November, the US State Department ordered the withdrawal of non-essential embassy staff because of the armed conflict, civil unrest, and possible supply shortages. Several other diplomatic missions have followed the same path since then. This has also sparked fears of a proxy war between China and the US over the conflict-ridden region. China has become a central player in Africa's urbanization push, as a huge percentage of the continent's infrastructure initiatives are being driven by Chinese companies or backed by Chinese funding. Ethiopia was one of the prosperous countries in the African continent for decades. However, Ethiopia's 10-month war has come at a huge human cost, with thousands killed and millions displaced. The war has also incurred a huge economic cost. Ethiopia's overall economic growth for this year is forecast to slow down significantly from 6% in 2020 to just 2% in 2021. That's the lowest level in almost 2 decades. Trading economics forecasts say that military expenditure will reach $502 million by the end of the year, up from $460 million last year. There is also growing Chinese investment in the Ethiopian economy, just like several other African countries. By 2016 to 2018, Chinese direct investment in Ethiopia had reached $4 billion and bilateral trade had grown to $5.4 billion. Between 2000 and 2014, China provided over $12 billion in loan finance, mainly tied to infrastructure projects undertaken by Chinese firms. Now, with the US slowly imposing sanctions on Ethiopia and issuing travel advisories to its citizens to avoid the conflict, China is gradually gaining its stronghold in the country. Beijing sees Ethiopia as a hub for the Belt and Road Initiative, an ongoing project to expand China's sphere of influence. But the rise in sectarian violence in Ethiopia and the growing conflict are undermining China's strategic interests in the country. But according to experts, even if China chooses to explore opportunities elsewhere in East Africa where conflict is not that prevalent, Ethiopia is likely to top Chinese diplomats' agenda for East Africa. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.